So this is 2000. I catch the case, right? So me and DJ Red Rum, we're living on 2nd and Broadway in the lofts up there, right? Doing good. I catch this case. So they catch me in my parole office. So, you know how we do. We denying it. So I go in there. They put me in the main. Right now, the case is only assault with a great bodily injury. That's all it is. I go to a couple court dates, go to prelim. I'm like, man, this is BS, blah, blah, blah. They're like, all right, I get bound over. So cool. One day I'm chilling. They call me to court again. And they're like, hey, you got court today? I'm like, no, I don't. I ain't got no fucking court. And then I'm like, all right, whatever. So I get ready, I go to court. And if you ever been to a jail in Orange County, the court process is bullshit. When you gotta go to court because of the segregation. There's segregation in Orange County jail. So the blacks stay with the blacks, Asians and others, and Mexican, whites, and Pisces, they're together. So they separate you. So it's a process. You gotta get chained up, gotta go to loop. It's cold at Central Court. And if you don't know where Central Court is, that's where they used to have the Black History Parade, in that little place right there. So it's good. I'm going there. I'm in there all day. Normally I got a paid attorney. When you got a paid attorney, you go first. That's just the perks. I'm like, man, what the? So now I'm my stomach is telling me something ain't right. The energy off, like something ain't right. So they're like, Bullock. I'm like, okay, we finna go up there. They're like, no. Just come up here. We got some paperwork for you. So if you have a paid attorney, he can't make it. They will let him do it over phone because they have a relationship. First of all, let's understand something. The DA and your paid attorney and your public defender, they all have a relationship. They're from the same bar. They've worked together for many cases. Don't think they just met. They've had previous relationship. So they give me the paperwork. Whenever it's bad news, they will slide you the paperwork and not even talk to you. They're gonna slide it and get out your way because they know you're finna be pissed off. I'm reading the paperwork. Premeditated, deliberate. So this is an enhancement. So if you're not criminally inclined, which you're like me, criminally inclined, to know the wordplay, any charge can get an enhancement. So you got different enhancements: gang enhancement, habitual criminal enhancement, premeditated deliberate enhancements, great bodily injury enhancements. So they put the deliberate, what was it? Deliberate, I forgot the other term. It was deliberate, premeditated enhancement. So I'm looking at this enhancement, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this enhancement means. So it's in every, I don't care what jail you go from here to Nova Scotia, any jail you go to, there's an OG nigga that know the law. Like he's a lawyer. So I go back to my cell and say, hey OG, I'm gonna slide you my paperwork. Now, the importance of this part is, in prison, the one thing you gonna do is slide your paperwork everywhere. Because when your homies wanna see it, people wanna look at it, and that's the best thing for you because older niggas know this shit. So I slide it to OG. I said, OG, what that mean? He started laughing, but he not laughing like cynical or like make fun of me. He like, yeah, nigga, you talking all that tough shit. Let's see how you are now. I'm like, what, man, what is you talking about? He said, man, you facing life. I ain't facing no fucking life, this punk ass case of guy. Sure enough, this enhancement carries 15 to life. So let me explain that. When you have an enhancement like premeditated deliberate, and this is for attempted murder. So now it went from a regular assault to premeditated deliberate attempted murder. So that means that you thought about something, you tried to go do it, but you failed. So he's like, and that's how he broke it down to me. I'm like, well, shit, how much time that carry? Because I'm already, I'm like, well, hold on. I'm adding up the time in my head. He's like 15 to life. But when you get an enhancement 15 to life, that stacks on top of how much you already got to do. So let's say if I got to do 8. It's going to be 8 plus 15. And if we all know math, that's what, 23? That's 23 to life. I just turned 27. So it's like, you kind of go in a cell and you sitting down there like, your first, I don't care what no nigga say. These niggas gonna lie to you. The first thing is you try to act hard. I could do this time. Then you turn into a little bitch. You sit on that toilet like, I can't do this time. And it's all personal reflection. So I'm like, okay, we gonna fight this. So I get on the horn. The first thing I do, I cuss the lawyer out like, man, what the fuck? Why you at court? You ain't telling me, woo, oh, don't worry, we got this, we got it. I'm like, nah, fuck, you don't got shit. What the fuck is this? I can't tell nobody yet. I ain't told nobody this yet because it's not gonna sit right. The worst thing about jail is the jail information highway. So your homie knows, a couple niggas in the dorm knows, they go to court the next day, they tell the homie on this jail, they tell the homie in this dorm, the homie tells somebody, then the homie gets on the phone, cuz, this nigga Shellz in here facing life, this nigga did some dumb shit. It gets to the streets. Now your mom done heard, why do you, what? Nigga, I ain't, like, which one of you? And you know a nigga don't know your mama, but that's how information travels word of mouth. So now I'm stuck and I'm mad. You know, so every time my girl don't pick up, oh, this bitch out here in these streets, fuck this bitch. Every time somebody don't pick up the phone, you trip it until you find that place. So now I'm looking at the overall case. I'm 27, facing 23 to life. What am I gonna do? What is our chances here? And all I know is I'm Black in Orange County. I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, fuck. So a big turning point comes, my little homie, rest in peace, baby Slip. He gets out, comes right back, and I pull him in my cell because I don't want, he's been fucking up outside. I'm like, bro, he facing life for a hate crime. He didn't beat up a Mexican and said, I hate Mexicans, fuck Mexicans, and they didn't hurt him, and now they got him for a hate crime, which anyone knows what a hate crime comes with life. So now you and your homie from the same hood that had been on the streets fucking up, you in jail, y'all both facing life in the cell looking stupid. So this is when I'm like, okay, I gotta figure something out. So first thing I did, I went vegetarian. Don't ask me why I went vegetarian. Something told me to go vegetarian to help me. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. I ain't never been vegetarian. I said, well, let me work out. So every morning I'm doing like 1,000 burpees. I'm working out, I'm losing weight. Okay, cool. I'm like, damn. But I'm not doing nothing for the case. I'm trusting the lawyer. Couple court dates, bullshit. Nothing, man, this shit, bullshit. This OG nigga come in, he look whooped. I said, OG, you need a soup or something? He's like, yeah, youngster, bless me. So I bless him, he an OG Crip nigga. We talking about, the first thing you talk about in jail is your case. So we talking about our case. I tell him the whole case. He like, oh, youngster, they trying to railroad you. And if y'all don't know what railroad is, it happens across America. It's when they give blacks and minorities in court and they give you no option but to take a high number. That's railroading. He said, nigga, you stupid as fuck. I like, well, damn, OG, you could at least kind of, soften up the blow. He's like, nah, nigga, you in Orange County. Y'all got the best law library. I said, what? He goes, yeah, go fill out a paper for a law library. They will bring you every case, every enhancement, everything you need to know in this case. He goes, you need to do the work yourself because them people ain't gonna do it for you. I'm like, man, I ain't no fucking lawyer. He's like, man, just read it. So I start going to get it. I can't find nothing. I'm like, man, I can't find this shit. Mind you, the clock's ticking. Now that's 2009 that I find that out. It's 2010. So now we in 2010, top of 2011. So I'd have been in this motherfucker 2 years facing this life. So I go to a mosque with some the other Muslim brothers. I'm not Muslim, I just go. And they chopping it up with me. And then I go to the church, the Christian thing. And I'm trying to find religion, I'm trying to find myself. I stopped going to day room with my homies. I stopped, tripping on the phone. My homie, the homie sitting in the cell talking about changing. And then one day someone told me how to pray. They're like, you pray? I'm like, nigga, every nigga prays. He said, but how do you pray? Do you only pray when you're in trouble, when you need God, or do you pray to thank God and give you strength? I'm like, I said, I pray when I need shit, nigga. Everybody do shit. I'm gonna keep 100 with you. No need to cap. So when I start praying for understanding. So I'm now, I don't know where I read it. I read it somewhere where most millionaires and successful people read one proverb a day. I start reading the proverb every morning and I underline it with a crayon, different color crayons every day. And I would reread it and I wake up, read, work out, chill. Then stuff start popping in my head. So I start reading better. So now I would start spending half my day reading law. I had about stacks on stacks of like law paperwork. I'm like, damn, but I still couldn't find it. I'm still going to court. And then one day I just stopped going to day room with my homies. I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. I stopped cursing. I stopped being worried about even having a chick. I stopped worrying about people not writing me. I was like, man. and shit started coming clear. The way I was acting, I wouldn't have a temper. I was really humble. And then the breakthrough came one evening. I found that 60 days, if you get arraigned, so after preliminary, you get arraignment to Superior Court. From that day, they got 60 days to put on any new enhancements. That's the law. If they do it on the 61st day, it's not legit. They got to take it off. I find it. I'm not facing like, I'm telling, hold on, yeah, I got this beat, man, you know, but I'm keeping it real. God sent the information through God, I did this. Niggas like, you know, niggas is sometimes niggas can be the worst thing for you, because they ain't finna do that. Them courts, that's their law. I said, man, they got to. So I'm gonna file a 995 motion. The judge gonna have to take it off. Now I'm facing regulations. Like, nigga, they can never do that. When I knew when I seen the first example of railroad is when I told my paid attorney, hey man, I found a way. All you gotta do is file a 995. This isn't a paid criminal attorney, not no litigator, not no prelim. This is a criminal attorney that goes to trial. He said, yeah, I can't file that. I'm not really a 995. We gotta pay someone to file it. Then we need an investigator. I said, whoa. You're my lawyer, right? I said, so you can file this, right? He said, yeah, well, you know, I said, so hold on. If I was OJ, wouldn't you file it? Well, see, you're talking about, I said, man, stop talking to me in circles, bruh. You ain't gonna file it. Oh, well, we need to, I said, never mind, say less. He goes, so he's doing this thing, he's calling my mom for money, he's calling DJ Red Run for money. I said, man, don't get that nigga shit. Stop paying that nigga, don't get that nigga shit. So he tries to get fancy. We're gonna go to trial, we're just gonna go to trial. You're my lawyer, you wanna go to trial with me facing life with 12 white people in a box looking at my ass? Yeah, okay, let's go. Hey, let's go to trial, come on. So he calls my mom, Alan, my baby mama, my kids, my uncle, my cousins, they all in the courtroom, right? So they don't know. I've already, in my mind, I already got the law in my head. I know what I'm gonna do. I got the whole script, how I'm gonna flip this shit. So we getting ready to pick the jury and the date. Judge is like, does the client have, the defense have anything to say? Normal case, when you have a paid attorney, you're not supposed to talk. He does all the talking. I'm laughing. I'm just sitting there smiling, looking back at my family like, yeah, what's up? This shit could be crazy. As soon as he tries to say, I said, Your Honor, chill out, bro. Yeah, I don't want him. They're like, well, he's your paid. I don't know who paid for him. He said, your family. I said, I didn't ask for him. I don't know who did this. And he's trying to talk. I said, man, I'm talking. No, I'm not taking him. I'm like, I state the penal code, says I can kick him off. And the judge looked at the defense attorney like, he's right. So what you want to do? I said, listen, man, I represent myself. I said, if I'm going to get life, I'd rather give it to myself. This dude wants to go to trial. Life. He has done no investigation. He hasn't filed no 995 motions. He ain't did shit but collect a check. And he tries, well, no, Your Honor, Frederick Fasinelli. That's the nigga name, Frederick Fasinelli. You know who you is, nigga. And I'm like, nigga, chill out. The judge is like, you want to represent yourself, Mr. Bullock? I said, yes. I feel like I'm competent enough. I've read the law. I know what to do. I said, but you know, I'm gonna need some time. I'm gonna need a little help. He goes, this is what I'm gonna do for you, Mr. Bullock. We're gonna take a recess. You go back in the cell, talk to your lawyer, talk to your family. I don't need to talk to him. Well, just talk to I don't need to talk to my family. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. So he sent me back to cool off. I'm in there just doing push-ups, laughing. So we come back out. He's like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna give you what you want, Mr. Bullock. He says, you sure you want this? He said, okay. So I remove it. He kicks him off. Dude, get up and leave. I said, oh, Your Honor. I said, you know, I'm not too smart. Can I get the public defender's office to assist me with this? He starts laughing. He goes, Mr. Bullock, so you want the public defender? I said, yes, sir. I'm not a lawyer. I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. I just didn't want that dude. So the judge laughed. He gave me the public defender. The public defender, I tell public defender, look, check this out. As a lady, I said, check this out, man. Just file the 995 motion so I can take a deal. That's all I want. She goes, all right, Mr. Bullock. As soon as that happens, 2 weeks later, I'm in front of the next judge. They filed the state for free, files a 995 motion. The judge is up there like, Mr. Bullock, I heard about your antics in the other court. I said, you know, sir, I'm trying to just, you know. He's like, but you're right. I'm not finna have no man going for life for this simple case. They did do it beyond the 60 days. This should have been handled by a competent lawyer. Would have seen this and took care of this a while ago. I feel like you were being taken advantage of, so we're gonna knock it off. So after 2 years of sitting in the cell at Lacey, they take off the life enhancement. So now I'm like, okay, what's up with this deal? Let's go. Because at first they weren't talking, no deal. The deal was like, no, we're not giving this guy a deal. due to my prior history. So at that point, we go back. I'm trying to finagle some time serve. I said, man, look, what y'all willing to give me? They're like, can you do 8? I said, damn. I said, now I'm like, man, I'm 29 now. I'm like 20. I'm 29. It's 2011. I'm like 8. I'm doing the numbers. Like, damn, kid's gonna be this age. I'm like, I say, so what if I go to trial and lose? Because I'm thinking, you know, every nigga think he could beat trial because we all think we just fucking, what's the dude, Matlock. They say the highest you can get at trial is 15 if they stack you. And when I say that at trial is you can go to trial and get guilty. After you get the guilty, you have a sentencing hearing. And they give the jury these sentencing laws. So they can give you the max, mid, or low, mid, high, or high, mid, low. It's at different times. But when you do a deal, they give you mid. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, high is 15. I said, man, I told my little public defender, I said, man, go holler at your boy. See what he's saying. He said, they come with this deal I knew was bullshit. Like, oh yeah, they're gonna give you 7 with half, give you this much time served. I'm like, run it. I'm like, so we in court, I see them talking. I said, that don't look like no 7 with half talk. They kind of yelling. Come back, he's like, man, they won't budge. 8 with 85. I'm like, damn, 8 with 85? He said, yeah, you're basically gonna be doing 8 years. He goes, and you're not gonna get too much time served. I'm like, so you talking about I gotta do 8 years from now? So it's 2011, 8 years from now, it's 2019. I said, nigga, they gonna be flying by the time I get out. You gotta remember, ain't no iPhone, ain't no social, ain't no streaming, ain't no Twitter. Well, Twitter was out, but it wasn't booming. There was no IG. I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna be an old nigga. I'm finna be an OG when I come home. I said, man, let me think on it. I just went to the cell. I didn't call nobody. I said, I talked to God. I said, man, look, but take this 8. If you get me through this, I won't do wrong no more. I'm done. I will live a straight life. So I called, you know, you can call your lawyer whenever. I tell you that, I need to call my lawyer. I said, man, write that up. Let's do this 8. I didn't even ask nobody. I said, write it up. Bam. So I take the 8. Now I lie to everyone. I say, hey, if I take 8, you got me? Like, yeah. Alan like, yeah, I got you. Yeah. I said, you sure? Yeah, I took 8.